everyone, and welcome back to our YouTube channel. We are very excited and stressed. I'm stressed. I don't know if you're stressed, but
I'm not stressed.
we're getting ready to leave on our big summer travels.
Our adventure will start with us leaving out of Atlanta, Georgia, flying all the way to Qatar in the Middle East, then fly to the equator, where we will be in Kenya for 10 days. Half in Nairobi and the other half in the Masai Mara National Preserve.
And the Masai Mara is a safari park. So we're gonna be going on daily drives to see animals, and it's gonna be really fun.
And once we finish in Kenya, then we're going to be hopping on a plane to go to the southern tip of Africa and spend a week in Cape Town. So we're gonna be going from the equator down to the southernmost tip of the continent during their winter. And after being in Cape Town for a week, we'll be flying overnight to London, which is the prime meridian, where we'll spend another week. And then on our way back to the United States, we'll be flying to Iceland and taking a ferry up to the Arctic Circle, and then we get to fly home. So we're gonna be gone for about a month.
It's a simple trip.
But it's something that seems really difficult to pack for.
Yeah, this will be quite the adventure, and it is actually very difficult to pack for because, number one, the first part of our trip where we're in Kenya, we're actually on a tour with a professional choir that we're in. So we aren't gonna have laundry access during that time, and our days are very regimented. So we're not gonna have free time to go grab anything that we may need. So at least for those first 10 days, we're basically having to pack an outfit each day and make sure we have everything we need for that. And then after that, it's gonna be pretty chilly down in South Africa. It is their winter, like he said. So the temperatures are gonna be in like the 50s and 60s during the day. It could be really windy, so we need to make sure that we're warm because, you know, we're Floridians now, and that's pretty chilly for us.
Chilly, I guess so.
It's chilly for me. So I'm probably gonna be cold down there. Not as cold as when we go to Iceland, which I'll get to that. London, it's gonna be summer, so it doesn't get super hot over there, but I do expect, you know, if it's a sunny day, we'll probably be in short sleeves. And then when we get to Iceland, Iceland is just always cold. We're going to the Arctic Circle. It's gonna be in the 30s with wind, and we're bringing our heavy coats and our gloves. And we actually went to Iceland in November, and if we learned anything from that trip, it's that you have to bring waterproof things. So we're gonna be bringing our waterproof snow pants from that trip. So that's all just extra weight, extra clothing that we have to bring for that portion, as well as waterproof warm boots. So we're having to bring heavy boots on this trip as well.
Who would have thunk that we would be bringing winter gear to the equator, Africa? I never thought that we would take a trip this crazy, but it's not the first time that we've taken a trip like this. Back in 2016, where I proposed to Aubrie, where we started in London, which was the last time we went to London, and ended in Paris, as Aubrie just saw. And this is one of our engagement photos from that trip. During that trip, we visited 12 different countries in a period of 6 weeks. Once again, a long trip. That one was a little bit different because we were in each location 3 nights.
And it was also, we were only in Europe, so it was summer everywhere, except in Norway it was pretty cold.
I think Ireland was also
cold. Oh yeah, Ireland and Scotland were pretty cold, so.
But Switzerland was not.
No, Switzerland was so hot. It was crazy. And Italy too. It was like 90 degrees in Italy.
I'm really excited that when we went to Iceland back in November, it was 5 hours of daylight. So now when we're on this trip, We get to see the midnight sun, which we saw a little bit of that when we went into Norway 6 years ago, but now we're going to be even further north where there's only going to be less than an hour of darkness.
Yeah, so basically it'll be sunshine all day and night, so that'll be interesting too. With all that in mind, we are now going to show you what all we are packing for this trip. So one nifty thing that I picked up for this trip was this little laundry kit. It comes with several packets of laundry detergent. It also comes with this sink stopper, so you can put it in the sink to stop up the water if the sink doesn't have its own stopper. And it comes with this laundry line. It has these hooks on the end or a suction cup, so you can string it up wherever you need to, and then you can hang up your wet clothes. So I just did the math, and we're gonna be spending 48 hours on planes. These are some things I'm gonna use to entertain myself. There's, of course, the in-flight entertainment. I'm also bringing a few of these little coloring book pages, because I like to color. And then I have some markers and some colored pencils. I also dug this out of the recesses of my cabinet. It's a Doctor Who Mad Libs. I'm also bringing a notebook just in case I want to write. I am bringing this, some light reading, this book. It's the sequel to The Name of the Wind. Called The Wise Man's Sphere. So we are also bringing some hydro flasks. This is a 24 ounce and this is a 40 ounce. So these are something really handy to have when you're on a trip. These are bags that fold into themselves. So I will demonstrate here. This just folds out to be a nifty little tote bag, and this one unzips in a similar way. So okay, so these are some of the I guess sort of sanitary items or like self-care items that we're bringing. We got these bug spray wipes because in Africa the mosquitoes are no joke, and we also got some bug spray to use in addition to the wipes. Of course, we're going to be bringing just some general sanitizing wipes for and whatever. Of course, you guys remember from the last video, some sunscreen. This is something else that is a pro tip, super useful tool to have. This is a luggage scale. So you basically just wrap this around your luggage handle and then you pick up your luggage like this and it'll tell you how much your luggage weighs. So this is a simple necessity on a plane. This is my neck pillow. It folds up nice and compact. And then you can put it on and go to sleep. And here I have yet another little pouch. So this is a handy dandy little thing that you can hug and rest your head on in your airplane seat. If you need to, you can, you know, lean on it like this, or turn it around and hug it. Or this is really useful for me because I get a lot of neck and shoulder tension, especially when I'm immobile for long periods of time. And last but certainly not least, I have my Raycon wireless earbuds.
So now let's talk about some gear that we'll be bringing to this trip. Right here I have my Nikon D3200 with a lens that's 18 to 200. And right here I have my DJI Mini 3 Pro, which apparently is illegal to bring into Kenya when you're not a citizen. So we actually had to mail it ahead of our trip to South Africa. On this side, I have the DJI Mini Fly More Plus kit, which included a bag, included a battery pack full of batteries, as well as some extra propellers. Speaking of DJI, we purchased this DJI mic set that includes a charger case, 2 lav mics, one for myself, one for Aubrie, which can hook up to the GoPro that we are using, as well as our cell phones, so that we get crystal clear audio. Since we're gonna be on the planes for whatever amount of time that Aubrie said, I have to have some entertainment as well. Other than a book, I'm bringing my Nintendo Switch. My headphones of choice are these Bose earbuds. The only thing that I don't like about them is that they don't have a good internal microphone. Something that does have a good microphone and is also Bose are these cool sunglasses. Speaking of in-flight entertainment, so I'm trying out this gimmick, this product. We'll see how well it actually works. It's called an AirFly, and it's a Bluetooth transmitter that can work up to 2 devices at once, and being able to use your Bluetooth. Just like Apple has AirTags, Samsung also has their own. It's called a Galaxy Smart Tag, looking like this. And we actually purchased 3 of these for this trip. We have 2 of these headlamps so that we can go outside at night. This is my GoPro case and some of the accessories. This tray was 3D printed to make sure that the accessories don't rattle around in here. You can fit the media mod in here, the camera, the Volta. And I also purchased this suction cup that is supposed to be industrial strength up to vehicles going 150 plus miles per hour. I also got this power bank, which is gonna be used to power any of our electronics, which would include our cell phones. And right here I have some of our devices. I'm gonna be bringing an Apple iPad Pro that will display documents that we need to be looking at, as well as concert music. I also have a MacBook Pro that I'll be doing some video editing on, and to make sure that all of our video and audio are backed up, I have this external 4 terabyte Toshiba external hard drive. And right here I have some binoculars for our safari. These are 12 by 40 binoculars. They fit compact into this case, having covers on the lenses as well as the eye caps, but this should fit nicely into my backpack. This is the Manta face mask, good for sleeping. It has these cups so that it doesn't touch your eyelids when you're sleeping, and they can move around if you really want to make sure that it's adjustable for your face shape. These are some type of packing cube that I can put electronic devices in, cables, the external hard drive, memory cards, anything that I want to make sure is not just out loose in my bags. This is my Osprey bag that I actually used in 2016 when we backpacked across Europe. This was the only piece of luggage that we had on our backs. I'm going to be using this as a carry-on after Kenya. But last but not least, this is my camera gear, my electronics bag that I will be using as my personal item. Each one of my patches shows places that we've been, so I hope to add more patches to this bag.